Katanagatari, the legend of the sword without a sword. Introduction: a swordsman without a sword. In a land of Japan engulfed in conflicts between power, politics, and ambition, there are 12 forbidden swords called Dewa Meikyō, the work of a genius swordsmith who, despite his death, remains hidden and scattered throughout the land. And each of its holders is extraordinary. On a small island far from the chaos of the mainland, a young boy was raised as a weapon. His name is Yasuri Shichika, a swordsman who doesn't hold a sword. He uses his own body as a sword, his fists, feet, the back of his hand, and his instincts. Until one day, a brilliant young woman named Tokame, a strategist of the shogun, arrives on the island and invites him into a mission that no one dares to touch. "I want the 12 swords, and I want you to be my sword." The first sword and its holder who refuses to give up despite being disabled. The first sword is kept by the armless warrior, who uses his sword with his mouth. Despite having no arms, his heart is stronger than any sword. Shichika learns that a sword is not in its form, but in the intention of its wielder. In a fierce battle, he doesn't just win. He understands why swords are dangerous. Because they turn intent into killing. The untouchable sword. One of the Dewa swords. It is a formless sword, merely an idea, a sword of emptiness. The owner of this sword is a female priestess who believes in the truth. How can you hold this sword when it never existed? Shichika must win, not with force, but with understanding. And for the first time, he begins to ask himself, if I don't have a sword, what am I fighting with? The sword of betrayal. In a city full of secrets, they encounter a sword that can control people's hearts. Tokame is nearly controlled, and Shichika must choose whether to trust Tokame's plan or his own heart. It's not a battle of force, but a battle of trust and betrayal. The real sword is the heart. When all 12 are gathered, Shichika then learns that Tokame's plan is not just for the shogun's work, but for revenge. She never wanted a sword. She wanted to destroy everything related to Dewa Meikyō. And then Shichika asks the final question. If I were your sword, would you let this sword cut the thing you love the most? Epilogue: The Sword's Breath. The story of a swordless swordsman and a heartless schemer ends with the hardest choice. Not a fight, not a victory, but letting go of the past and accepting the true weakness of the heart. Because sometimes, the sharpest sword is not steel, but the words we never dare to tell anyone.